Hey, what's everybody's Ryan George Fair? So I just got back from the alcohol store. I bought my alcohol. I went and bought this shrimp. Shrimp is good. It's 10:19 a.m. Got some tobacco here. Well, sometime next week I should be getting my disability money. I need a new phone. And I plan to buy a new computer. It's October. Like I said, my dad takes the heater out of my room. And he always yells at me during the day. It gives me a hard time. And like I said, when I was 27, I had bleeding issues in my behind. And my dad didn't take me to the doctor. And he would make fun of me over my schizophrenia voices. And play these games where he would throw me out and then come get me later. Which he's been doing ever since I was 14 or 15. And like I said, as a schizophrenic today, I can be dealing with tactile hallucinations, or hearing voices, or having hallucinations. And he won't drive me to the store because he's evil and cruel. And his name is George Charles Fair. He would get off from his job at National Gypsum, which he's been working at for years, and punch me in the face. And like I said, even as an adult, today he makes fun of me because of Brian, who owns Hoarder House, and Billy Wesley Fouts. But not with Kelly J. Caudill, only on one day when I was 21. And then, like I said, Alex wanted to put things about me on Ripoff Report. And I was like, well, first of all, I'm Ryan George Fair at 902B just because I am. I'm very real. And I have answers to all kinds of questions I really don't have to answer. Because my job is to either sell a book or see if I get views. I have 5,093 views on this channel. Like I said, I went to an alternative school because I had PTSD and generalized anxiety disorder. And I was sent to my alternative school, which was the Euro Center for Education, because I was a behavior issue at my first alternative school. I would cuss teachers out when they would give me a hard time, and I would do my work on resource. And then, like I said, I had two friends named Ryan die within these past 3 years. One is the Ryan Cherry site. The other one is my friend Ryan Dietrich. And I would have conversations with his mother. And like I said, it's been 3 years since I talked to Billy Wesley Fouts. Not that I really care because he would make status updates about me that were negative. And like I said, I would always look the other way at Billy Wesley Fouts and think of Alicia or Brooke anytime we did things because I don't feel as if I'm gay or bisexual. I felt uncomfortable doing things with him because he's a boy. But I was only with him as my boyfriend because from the time until I was 17 until I was 20, my dad didn't let anybody else come over. Except for him, he didn't let my friend Brandon Drexler come over, or my friend Wesley or Victor, or my other alternative school friends, just him. And like I said, I've been playing Sims 4 for a long time, and my Sims 4 username is Ryan Aliando. And like I said, when I was 16 or 17, my dad George Kerr didn't buy me a car or a license. And then after Billy Wesley Fouts, who never did me in a certain place like that, so bleeding issues weren't caused from him. Only one boy ever did things like that with me, and that was Brian. Only on one day when I was 14 or 15. Only on one day. And then, like I said, my first girlfriend, Alicia Mickley, cheated on me with a boy named Austin. And I used to have conversations with her and her black friend named Bria. And then Bria was like, well, she told me she's happy she cheated on you. Even though Alicia was my first girlfriend. They moved on with her new boyfriend. And then Brooke Dirks' YouTube is Brooke Dirks. And Brooke Dirks gave me a blowjob and I fingered her and ate her out. With Alicia, she didn't give me a blowjob or give me sex. I only fingered her. And then Tanya died 4 or 5 years ago. Nadia denied my request. And then my fifth girlfriend, Sabrina, is on YouTube as the Lower Shell Crew. And then, like I said, 9 months ago, I had a girlfriend with black hair. And me and my friend with black hair did a threesome on her. And then this other Hispanic and Indian boy had sex with my girlfriend with black hair and I let him. And like I said, I wasn't driving for several years because of my schizophrenia. I would always have my friends drive me around because I would deal with tactile hallucinations. I would deal with visual and auditory hallucinations. But as a schizophrenic today, I deal with tactile hallucinations. I deal with visual and auditory hallucinations. And I hear voices. But I still drive to the store or things like that. And like I said, I don't smoke marijuana anymore. I just drink. And like I said, I've been living in this house on Jessica's Lane with my dad George ever since I was 13 or 14. And like I said, he did not buy me a car when I was 16 or 17. He only let Billy Wesley Fouts come over. And then after that, I hung out with my friend James, who was on YouTube with his James Colvin channel. It was my first threesome when I was 21, and we did like 22 of them. And then I did like 30 with Alex. Two with a boy named Ryan. Two with a boy named Tyler, and then 9 months ago, me and my friend with black hair did some with my girlfriend with black hair I was with. And then, like I said, my first date named Shelby that Victor hooked me up with. Photoshopped the Shelby and Ryan and matched made in a hell picture. They made me feel like shit, so I don't like Shelby and her evil friend. And like I said, I used to go to the aquarium with my dad. Or the Inner Harbor. I met Westboro Baptist Church one time. I met Shirley Phelps Gerber in person. And Margie Phelps and things like that. And I met Rebecca Phelps Gerber. I don't think JL was there, but Ben Phelps was there. And like I said, I've been watching Westboro Baptist Church videos for years. And like I said, my dad didn't take me to the doctors when I had bleeding issues. When I was like 26 or 27. This is liquid lip color. I just play a drag queen character on here because I just play it for fun. And then, like I said the other day, I went to the store. I'm not sure where my palette thing is to put it on my face. Maybe it's in the thing. No, it's not. And then, like I said, I have this liquid eyeliner. but I don't claim to be an expert with makeup. I'm only a beginner. And like I said, the first school that I went to was called Falston High. And then I went to another school which was called, I went to Folsom Middle and Folsom High. And then the first school I went to was called the Fergus School, which was the funnest years of my life, which is where, Victor was my best friend. And one of the things that I do with my, schizophrenia, sometimes, is I go certain places and I make bonfires and I like to watch things burn. And like I said, I used to smoke marijuana. But I don't do that anymore. I think it's not good for me. And like I said, Alex did shrooms. So I did shrooms. Actually, no, I've never done shrooms. Alex did. I don't think I ever did shrooms. The most I've ever done is smoke marijuana. And drink. You know, I've never done like other drugs. I can't do them because I have Tourette syndrome and schizophrenia. I feel it's not good for me. And then, like I said, sometime when I was 25, I used to go over to my friend's house and watch Rick and Morty and things like that. And like I said, they diagnosed me with schizophrenia when I was 21. And with my schizophrenia, I look at these 23 people like Jared Green and Brooke Dirksen, Bailey and Dan Reichley and Damon Winning, and like I said, Alex stole my Xbox when I was 27, and he messaged me in my Ryan Fair Facebook inbox. And said, I'm going to put things about you on Ripoff Report. And like I said, Alex was my second threesome when I was 22 or 23. And like I said, there are videos of me having sex with females out there. And at any point, I can appear on Ryan George Fair Ripoff Report when I explain that Ryan George Fair Ripoff Report was made about me when I was 20 or 21. And I just tried to sit there and say that Billy Wesley Fouts or the Shirley Tone that people find more funny or more entertaining than Jeffree Star was just my boyfriend from the time until I was 17 until I was 20. And I talked to him when I was 16. And I was even honest to say that only on one day when I was 14 or 15 I did things with a boy named Brian. I wrote down that I had 5 girlfriends named Alicia, Brooke, Tanya, Nadia, and Sabrina. I wrote down that Alicia cheated on me. Brooke Dirks didn't cheat and she liked me. And then she was my girlfriend. And then Tanya was my girlfriend. And then Nadia denied my request. And Sabrina LaRochelle is my friend on my One Ryan Fair Facebook. I wrote down that I had a girlfriend with black hair 9 months ago. And I wrote down that my dad wasn't giving me my disability money, or he was playing around with it when I qualified. And then Alex wanted to put things about me on Ripoff Report when I just don't like Billy Wesley Fouts as my ex-boyfriend. And I hid from a watchful public that would be fascinated with me for years because I didn't want to have that kind of fame attached to me. The only reason I was with Billy is because my dad only let him come over. And then after that, from the time until I was 16 until I was 20, At any point, I can appear on Revolve Report when I feel that Billy Wesley Fouts and Brian don't count. I feel Brian was just because Kelly the Black and the girl that was Hispanic and black didn't turn me down, and Cindy the girl with black hair turned me down. So I found comfort in doing things with Brian who in the Hoarder House. And then, like I said, I was just with Billy Wesley Fouts because I watched him on YouTube, and I used to watch other YouTubers like Norna and things like that. But really, I never attempted to go out and buy a camera and prove that I am Ryan George Fair at 902B Jessica's Lane and talk about my life or what I knew. But my involvement with Sherolade was that I got with him after Venetia Jones, or sometime when I was 17. I'm not sure when that was. But I talked to him and he was my boyfriend. And like I said, he left the internet and he's never going to come back. And like I said, I had all the Sherolade clothes, like the child chase dress and things like that. And I talked to Josh Knight sometime when I was 14 or 15 and he became my boyfriend. And there's nothing wrong with being gay or bisexual, and I was happy to have Billy Wesley Fouts as my boyfriend for 4 years. And then after we broke up, I did things with Kelly J. Caldwell on one day. And then, like I said, when I finally had a life after he left, I didn't talk to him for years. And I was sick of the Rip-Off Report exploitation when Alex wanted to put things about me on Rip-Off Report, when it made me angry because no girls did not sleep with me. Even though I'm almost 8 inches down there, I'm attractive. And I had 5 girlfriends in my alternative school. I had a one night stand and I had a girlfriend with black hair 9 months ago. Girls just never were interested in me, no matter where I went. And I just felt like God just enjoyed fucking with me. Or something. Because at any point I can appear on Marjorie's stupid rip-off report, and just because she writes down that she has an agent named Marie Murphy that works for her local FBI doesn't make it so. And that the FBI is after me and things like that. If the FBI was really after me, the police would have came to my door years ago. Because Billy Wesley Fouts was my boyfriend and things like that, and quite the contrary, she talked to me as a fake account wanting my help getting her Encyclopedia Dramatica article removed when Anonymous had it up. So I tried to help her get her Encyclopedia Dramatica article removed, but Marjorie is not my friend. My friends are my dad, and James was my friend, and like I said, Alex stole from me, so he's not my friend, and like I said, I have my friend Jamal, and my friend Davon, and things like that, and my friends from my alternative school, and my friend Casey, and I don't talk to my boyfriend anymore, and I had a friend named Brad that unfriended me, and Shirley was just not my life. Shirley was just something I did from the time until I was 16, which I've been watching him for years, but he was just my boyfriend from the time until I was 17 until I was 20. And then after we broke up, I was sad and I couldn't find love with females, so I did things with Kelly J. Caldwell only on one day that has a YouTube channel after him. And then, like I said, when I turned 21, I had my first threesome with my friend James, and we did 22 of them. And I did 30 with my friend Alex. 2 with a boy named Ryan, some with a boy named Tyler Sylvester that was in Jeff's Witchcraft Coven. And then I would go over to Jeff McGaney's house and he would hold knives to my neck, which is illegal. He can't just do that, and he should be in jail for it. Because as a schizophrenic person, that caused me to have a lot of stress and grief. Especially when my black friend passed away. And these 23 people, like Margie Rubishow, who calls herself Gigi, with a sister named Jeanette Brooke Dirks and Bailey Connor, the Dan Rightly boy and Damon Winning and things like that are real people, and Jeff McGaney and himself is a coincidence person with Jeffree Star and things like that, but they're two different people. So yes, you do look at these 23 people like dolls, which caused me to slip into a psychosis. On top of my dad not taking me to a doctor when I had bleeding problems, not doing anything about my voices, or taking me and hired this shitty schizophrenia treatment team that abused me. And then, like I said, Alex messaged me after my friend died and wanted to put things about me on Ryan George Fair ripoff report. And people think that Ryan George Fair at 902B Jessica's Lane is the boy with black hair and green eyes on Vicky Race's ripoff report because Skankisha had conversations with me on Ryan Logan Winning, and I told him I know that Brooke Dirks didn't make it, I know Vicky Race did. And her name is not Marjorie Brubaker or Marjorie Marie Brubaker, it's Vicky Rice, which is her real name. Not that it matters because I'm already doxxed and I live on private property. And if you come here, I'll call the police and you'll be locked up for it. Because it's illegal to come to Brentwood Park or 902B Jessica's Lane in Bel Air, Maryland, unless you are a resident or you know people who live here. I still have some eyeliner on. But I'm gonna take a shower. It's going on 29 minutes. Much love and peace to everybody from Ryan George Fair.